Hey guys, today we're going to talk about codominance, which is a different type of genetic inheritance that we were talking about before. So before, what we were saying with regular dominant and recessive genes, where it was that, no, I want you to, there we go, is that we had a capital A and a lowercase a, and these are both different versions of a gene. So like maybe that was a tall plant, and maybe that was a short plant. And then we could be like, we have these different genotypes. So we could have big A, we could have big A, we could have little a, little a. Remember that these were called homozygous. This is called heterozygous. But like this one would be tall, this one would be tall, and this one would be short. And so, oops, we have two different we have three different phenotypes here. Let me click up here. We have three different genotypes, three different combinations of genes, but only two. We only have two different phenotypes, two different traits, right? So you could either be tall or short. No matter what your parents are, you are going to be either end up tall or short. So this next kind of inheritance is different, where if you have two different parents, you can end up with a third different trait for the kid. So we're going to write this definition down here. It says a cross between organisms with two different phenotypes, meaning traits, produce offspring with a third phenotype in which both of the parent traits bear together. So that's like saying, here's my example, if you had a red flower and a white flower, those are the parents, you could have offspring flowers that were red and white together. They had both traits together. Before, like I was just saying, the offspring might only be, this might only give us red flowers or white flowers, but not a combination red, white flower. Okay, so that's what codominance is. The genes are like co-captains. They are equals, and one does not dominate over the other. There's not a capital and a lowercase letter. So I'll show you, we're going to use new notation for that in our next problem. Okay, hold on, let me erase this. So a cross between a black cat and a tan cat produces a tabby pattern. So again, this is a different trait than the parents. Okay, the parents are black and tan, and they're producing a third one. Okay, under our old rules, we would have like big B, little b, and it would be like black, tan, and then the babies would either be black, like this, or tan, like this, right? But that's not going to be the case here, so I want to erase that. So, black cat, we are going to use a capital B, okay? And then a tan cat, we are going to use a B prime. I'm not going to use a lowercase b anymore because I'm showing that that is not recessive. They're both capital letters, so one does not dominate over the other, okay? So now with this new thing, what we can do is we have different combinations of these letters that are going to give us different color cats. So if you have big B, that is obviously has to give you a black cat, okay? Because they both of those alleles stand for black. And then we have this combination, and then we have this, B prime. We say B prime, okay? That's how you can say that. So if you have this one, you're obviously going to have a tan cat because both of those stand for tan. And now here's the difference. This one in the middle, remember that's the one we call heterozygous because they're different letters. That one is going to be our tabby cat. Okay, so that's how this works. Is the heterozygous individual is the new trait that we see in the offspring. Okay, so now let's answer this question. What percent of kittens would have tan fur? So we know tan fur is B prime, like that, if a tabby cat is crossed with a black cat. So first thing I want you to do, since we already wrote our key, we know that this is this and this is this. So I want the parent cross. So a tabby cat is crossed with a black cat. So a tabby cat is going to be B prime, and a black cat is going to be B prime. Nope, sorry, just B. Okay, that's what a black cat is, we decided. Okay, and then so now you're going to do your Punnett square. Doesn't matter which one you put on the top or the side. Oh man, hold on, let me erase that little mark. I don't want that there. So we have B, B prime. And we have B, B here. And now we just fill this in like before. Now we have B, B prime, B, B prime. Okay, and so these two right here, the bottom two, let me try to circle those nicely. What percentage of kittens would have tan fur? Oh, we're looking for tan fur. So tan fur is B prime, B prime. So do any of these have B prime, B prime? No. So actually the answer is 0% have tan fur. And if we just wanted to fill out the rest, we would say 50% are going to have black fur, and then 50% are going to be tabby, the BB prime. Okay, so basically we're doing the same thing that we did before. It's just slightly different rules. Okay, all right, let's go to the next question. All right, what is the probability that 2 tabby cats will have 2 black kittens in a row? Okay, so now we're going to have to use some probability and multiplication at the end, but otherwise we're going to set this up the same. Okay, same thing. We have our key. This is black. This is tan. Now the parent genotypes, this is the cross. When I say, what is it? Write the cross between these. So 2 tabby cats. So we're doing this. Remember that these are tabby. And now we're going to do a Punnett square to answer our question. Got BB. We got BB prime. We got BB prime again. And we got B prime, B prime. Oops, B prime, B prime. All right, so what is the probability that 2 tabby cats will have 2 black kittens in a row? So how many of these are black kittens? So we have this one is a black kitten. So only 1 out of 4, because these 2 are tabby, and then this one is tan. So 1/4 chance, so 25% chance that they will have 1 black kitten. But then what's the probability of getting another black kitten? That is also 1/4. So you do 1/4 times 1/4 equals 1/16. Right? Remember again, you just do 1 times 1 is 1, 4 times 4 is 16. And that is your answer. And what type of inheritance is this? This is codominance. Remember, I just want to remind you what we are talking about. Okay. All right, so that is the notes. So make sure you have all that down. And then there is a worksheet for you to do. You're only going to do part 1 of the worksheet right now, and then we'll do more notes, and you can do part 2 of the worksheet later. All right, thanks guys. Bye.